into the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Yeah. Brought me back to high school.
Yeah.
He said 2005.
Sure, yeah.
We were in high school.
Mm-hmm. That's what we meant. Oh my god, how cute.
That is what we meant. Aw, good times. Welcome everybody to AfterBuzz TV. Thanks for tuning in to episode 13 of Scorpion called Whiteout. I am with you once again, Monse Bolanos. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Monse Bolanos, MonseBolanos. Across from me, my BFF, obviously, you just heard you in high school together, Susannah Kim.
Hi guys, you can find me on Twitter at Susannah_Kim, on Instagram at Susannah Kim, and on YouTube somewhere. I'm not sure. It's like a dash or something.
It's like a dash or something. Perfect. She's
keep up
making
with
it so
that
easy for all of us.
Just look it up.
Yeah, just look it up. Thanks for tuning in. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you for being here.
Yes.
And for all our returners that are with us week after week, we're so glad to be back. We hope you guys had a good New Year.
It feels like it's been so long.
Right? I know. Right before we started rolling, I was like, Susannah, I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, right?
It's like, what am I doing? Feels like forever ago, but it definitely was not.
On it.
Yay, we are here. We're so excited.
We got our live chat up, so.
Yes, so thank you for joining us. So we had to switch times this week, and you guys are still on it. So thank you.
Thank you.
And this is last week's episode because they did not have an episode this week. So we will be back next week while, just normal scheduled time.
Yes.
CBS and AfterBuzz TV.
Yes.
So we will be back, but let's talk about episode 13. You loved it.
Yes, I loved it. I thought it was so good.
Like from beginning to end?
Yeah, beginning to end. I don't know. I think it was just like surprisingly like emotional, and I think I'm just a sucker for Quintus. I
Quintus,
loved
yeah.
it. So cute.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I loved it.
And I love Happy's dad. So anytime you bring in Happy's dad, you do suck me into the episode. Jamie McShane is the actor. I really like him, and he's in so many things. He has always like a smaller role, but he's in so many things, and I love him. So that won me over. But I don't know if I loved the snow. Like, I liked what Happy and Toby had to go through, like all of that, but I just didn't care so much for like the storm and the blizzard, or maybe like the mission.
Okay, the mission. Okay, the whole like melting of the ice. We'll get to it, but that part was only when I was like, but the rest of it I liked, like them falling in the snow, losing comms, and we've never been in that kind of situation. So
That's
I
true.
That, so.
I did like I guess just the mission was what I was like blah about, but everything else I really liked. Yeah. And so let's go. So basically, we start off with a couple of soldiers. I believe it's 4 of them from the special forces, and we are told in northeastern Africa at this point when the episode first starts, and they are battling. We don't really know much, but they're battling something.
Right.
And they just show us that for a quick glimpse. We quickly find out that they are hiding basically because
they went to go get a warlord.
And now
they're being attacked by 12 people. And it's only 4 of them.
And they're in Darfur.
Yes.
Yeah. And the video shows Captain Dector saying that they're going to be basically killed when the sun comes up because they're so outnumbered. So they need somebody to come out and help them.
Yes.
And that's
to get the drones to come save them, pretty much.
Yeah, because the satellites have lost signal. Like there's no connection, and they're trying to get they're trying to get this signal back so that they can send drones so that they can help them as they get back to their vehicle, which is about 50 yards away or so. Maybe 50 yards away from the truck. So we know that. But Team Scorpion, of course, we start at the garage. So glad to start there. And Sylvester's taking Cave's blood pressure.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm a hypochondriac since I was 9 years old. I've been taking my own blood pressure. I was like, really? Did we know that about him? No.
Yeah, that he's a hypochondriac?
Do we know that? Yeah. Am I German? I'm German.
He's always like, germaphobe.
That's true. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Is that what the name for germ for
not
the
the same thing. It's not the same thing. But
you're saying
you always
because
think you're sick. And
got it.
Exactly,
Yes, you're right. Got it. And then Toby comes in with like bagels, and he's just like
chucks them out.
Yeah, just starts tossing them away.
Right.
I would be so mad because if that bagel goes on the ground, we just lost a bagel I could have eaten. So I would have been really upset with Toby. But he like chucks one at Happy.
Yeah.
Knocks
her
over
thing out.
whatever she's doing, and she's like, "It's okay."
Yeah. And I love what he says. He says, "Who are you? What have you done with my unhappy Quinn?"
Yes. So cute.
Yeah.
With my unhappy Quinn. It was so cute. This episode was so cute between them.
I love them.
From beginning to end. It was so cute. It was so cute. And she tells that, her New Year's resolution is to be more positive. Do you have a New Year's resolution?
Do I? I had a few. They're already all gone.
How's
now.
it going?
What day's today? Shoot.
How's it going on
I
that?
had like a good 5 of them. Oh, they're all gone.
None of them?
Yeah, we haven't even fit February.
Give us one. What was one that you
I thought
already
about
failed?
maybe like cutting out sugar, and I had like a delicious donut the other day. It was amazing.
Okay. So you're not doing well.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I work at a sushi place, and there's sugar in the sushi rice, so I'm like, I can't.
But why don't you make something more realistic?
It's
Sugar, it's like, come on.
Right? Yeah,
It's like when people said, I'm going to give up bread. What?
Yeah.
You're tripping.
Right,
How are you going to
yeah.
eat pizza? This is like, no. That's why I have no New Year's resolutions. I don't know if that's something to be proud of. Let's move on.
I think I make that a resolution, just to not make any more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just set my standards real low. If I don't set my expectations so high, I won't be so disappointed in myself.
Yeah, you can't let yourself down.
Time, you guys.
It's true. Well, see, we're onto something. And you know who else is onto something? Happy. Well, not really, because she's reading Quincy Bergsten's book and starts quoting him.
Out of all people. That has to hurt so bad.
Yeah, Chopportunity.
Yeah, I love that.
Which is a challenging
opportunity.
That's cute. I'm going to start saying that to you. Get used to it.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting to bring that back. Which I liked it because it definitely pushes Toby's buttons in a way that nothing else does.
Right. And then eventually it kind of like works with Happy. So it kind of forces Toby to be like, all right, well, thanks, Quincy, for that one.
Right. It's true.
Yeah.
Because this did happen because, she's like, say yes more often because it requires less energy or muscles and it's twice as positive and stuff. She's trying. And Walter also has a New Year's resolution to be more social. And he
familiarizes himself with the Kardashians.
But then he says an Armenian family.
Yeah, right.
Like he does it. It's so funny.
They really like to show their butts a lot.
They really just show their buttocks. He even says buttocks a lot. And then Paige is like, "Oh, you're talking about the Kardashians, but they're not friends with their followers." 100% right. That's true. That's very, very true. Right. But he thinks that that's what he's supposed to do, so he's making an animal video because he says that that's really popular.
Right.
And it's a ferret.
It's cute. I actually thought it was cute.
I thought so too. Cooking using Happy's dollhouse.
Right. Which
kitchen.
You didn't tell her about, apparently.
No. But hey, wait, this is a perfect time to upset Happy because of her New Year's resolution. And he's like, but I have 17,000 views in 10 hours. And it's like, and Paige just, tells him nothing. What did you think about Paige and Walter in this episode?
Overall, I don't know. They're cute.
I thought it was
very super special.
Yeah, usually I think that there's like a hint of a love thing.
Right.
And this time there wasn't. It was very friendly.
Exactly.
It was very cute, but very friendly.
Yeah, very straightforward. It was definitely about Toby and Happy.
Right.
You weren't going to take away from that.
The only love part that we did get, which I'm sure we'll talk about more, but when Toby's like, if Paige was out there, what would you do?
Exactly.
Like that, but that was good.
But then I'm like, why was she not there for that? Did she not hear that? Were their comms not on? Was he just like, this one's just for Walter?
That's
right. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, awkward. But no, Paige didn't hear it apparently.
How did she not hear that?
I don't know.
Oh, that was good.
The comms, I know.
That was good. Because I don't think he had lost his comm yet. That was until he went to go look for her.
Yeah, she was there.
Sly was there. Maybe they were talking to Captain.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure. We'll give that to you.
Yes.
But that's true. That's true. Good catch on that. We were just all enthralled in it. Like, ha ha ha.
Right, yeah. It was so sweet.
It was very sweet. It was very sweet. And we also find out that Ralph has to camp out.
Yes.
Next week.
The forestry braves.
Yeah. It was cute, and she tells him, like, instead of taking a child like a friend, he decided to take a 32-year-old man.
Yeah.
That's sad. Like, you're gonna go with him, you're gonna do everything, because he says, I'm not gonna do the not thing.
Right.
And she's like, why? Because it's so outdated.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
We have Velcro now.
Velcro, like, which I get, but it's like knots I feel like are used all the time.
It comes back later in the episode.
It does.
Yeah.
And he
saves lives.
Saves lives.
So.
One knot at a time.
Right.
And then this is when we finally get the mission because Cooper comes into the scene. I like her and I liked her. She's badass.
Yeah.
Quote Paige, she's a badass.
Yeah.
Right?
Although what she said wasn't like super badass. Like, really? Really? Was that guy gonna, you know what I mean? Like, oh, let me send this plane out because my wife's gonna be mad about the cat that I let out.
I mean,
really?
The point, like, you have to think of it more that she knew how to press his buttons.
Right, yeah.
Because we don't know the guy. What if, like, this cat, you know, what if it's like Angela, like in The Office?
Okay.
Angela, you know, when Dwight kills the cat, puts it in the fridge, like, she couldn't let it go.
That was awesome.
That was, you know, but it's like the same thing. So you don't hate on.
I mean, yeah, we're giving a lot of credit to them. You know, let them get by with a lot of stuff.
All right. But yeah, she comes in, gives us all the information. Pentagon has lost contact with one of its geosynchronous, I think is what she calls them, orbit satellites. It controls military drones to assist with missions, and they have to go to where because the satellite is moving, so they are going to a location where they could get really close to get the signal. But
where the atmosphere is the thinnest.
That, exactly.
Yes.
See, that's why she's here.
At the poles. So they gotta go to Antarctica.
Yep, that's why she's here. Keep going.
Keep going. Yeah, they go down to Antarctica and they say that the satellite will be there in 12 hours. So they have to get there at that time.
Right. And then they're going to have about 51 minutes until the sun rises in Darfur, and they need to help them before that because once the sun comes up, they're going to be exposed that there's only 4 of them and they will be dead. So, half the team heads somewhere. We got Walter, Cabe, Toby, and Happy. They head to the South Pole, basically. And we get Paige, Sylvester, and Ralph. It's like, there's no school today? Was it a Saturday? Maybe Sunday?
Yeah, it could be a weekend.
All right, well, he gets to stay and he ends up helping, which we always love.
Yeah, he's always helping.
He's always helping.
Part of the team for sure now.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, like totally.
Yeah, he needs one of those shirts that, what was his name? Kevin Wiseman. I can't think of his character. Yeah, Ray.
I miss him.
Scorpion shirt.
I'm glad you brought him up.
No.
I want him back in the show.
I do want him back on the team.
Yeah, like on the team, I just bring him back.
Yeah, they need just one of those just regular old guy characters. You know what I mean? That's not a genius like Paige isn't, but she's starting to get there, you know? Right. She's starting to help out here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss him.
I miss him too. And I thought we were going to get him today because the talk about getting new friends. You know?
Yeah.
And then in the last scene where Happy and her dad are in the trailer, I thought for some reason it was gonna be Ray's trailer. Like, I was like, Ray? And then no. I was like, no, we just saw I was like, hello. But I was just sad. I miss him. But yeah, they stay behind and, you know, they are off to a storm. Something we didn't talk about that I liked was because of Cabe's blood pressure, that Toby was like, don't drink coffee. You can't have coffee. And there he was trying to put coffee in a thermostat as they're about to head to the South Pole. And then he's like, no, is that hot cocoa?
Yeah.
Yeah. So poor guy has no coffee.
Yeah.
And he's off to a storm, like a blizzard.
Yes.
When they get there, Toby's still being funny. I loved all of his comments.
Yeah, his lame jokes.
Yeah. And Happy and Cabe, they don't care. And neither does Sylvester, because they're like, can you hear us? Yep. And Toby's lame jokes. So nobody cares still about his jokes. I enjoy them. But they're there, and they get there with the help of, I don't know, some pilot. And the pilot tells them, like, it can become a whiteout where you cannot see the person 2 feet in front of you.
Yeah.
If it gets below 40 degrees, you will freeze to death. So you cannot leave the hut that you are going to set up this antenna to get the signal.
At which point, immediately, I'm like, okay, so they're going to leave the hut.
Right, exactly, because it's only like 9 minutes into the episode. So you're just like, this is just
that's what they're going to be doing.
Yeah. But you're like told, like, so you clearly know that it's going to be a bad place to do this. So they start to set up the antenna, and the signal is it's not strong enough. It's too weak. Yeah, it crashes because it does start off right? Then doesn't he say it's like, oh, it's 5 bars or something?
Yeah,
and
then the storm interferes.
The storm. Go. The storm interferes, and they need to go do this. But the problem is that the storm is supposed to take about an hour, is what he said, when it was going to be at its worst.
Right.
And they have about 45 minutes at this point before the sun comes up in Darfur.
Yes.
So what are you going to do? You know, Walter...
gotta go on to the storm now.
We're onto the storm. He says it's about 90 meters because he's been talking to Sylvester. So Sylvester's able to tell him, you know, how much they have to walk from the hut to the location where they could get the best signal.
Right.
And it's only about 90 meters, he says. And I don't know what 90 meters is.
It's definitely a measurement of distance.
It really is, but I don't know. I wish they would have been like a block and a half.
It's from like here to there.
It's like, you know, like I heard 90 meters. I was like, all right, I'll write that down, but I have no idea what that means. For that could be 10 steps. That could be 1 million steps. I'm not sure. But that's where they have to go. Toby thinks it's crazy, and then he's like, baby, it's cold outside.
Yeah. And I like how happy he's like, let's do it. It's all about yes. And he was like, all right, you want to make out?
Yeah. That's so cute. All of that.
It's quick.
Yeah, it was good.
Trying to find those opportunities.
Those opportunities. So they got to prepare to go out into this blizzard, and they got to eat protein because they're about to burn a lot of energy.
Yes. At which point, I mean, right? He's staying warm, burns calories. I was like, okay, well, I'm just not going to wear a sweater for the rest of the winter. That is my new workout. Just going to stay cold. Done.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Cool.
So
chili cheese fries, no sweaters.
chili cheese fries, no sweaters. Maybe
diet. That's my diet.
What if you like?
Thanks, Toby.
You know, take like an ice bath every day.
There you go. Yeah.
It's painful though.
Yeah.
It's painful.
Love it.
I love it.
Love it. A good tip. Thank you.
Thank you, Scorpion. So he gives them the protein bars. They take a rope and they're like, we're going to be about 15 feet away from each other so that we can never get lost or separated. And then the rope will lead us back to the hut, right? And then Ralph suggests, this is where Ralph starts to help, and he's like, count the steps and leave a trail so you know like how to get back and stuff.
Right.
Very adorable. They walk in the blizzard. Toby talks about his 300-pound aunt. He's like, it feels the same. Like you can't breathe and you can't move, can't feel anything. Suffocating. But it looks awful. Like the blizzard looks intense. I don't know if I would have been like, yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Especially because of the way they were saying, like, because Happy's so much smaller. Like, I'm small.
Yeah.
You're small. I'm smaller.
Oh, we would have been done.
We would have been like...
Oh, yeah. I can barely handle 160 out here. And I'm all, my teeth are chattering.
My teeth.
What the heck?
Right? When your back hurts so much, you feel like you want to vomit.
Yeah. All the time.
And it's
have
like
a big
60
meal and you come out and it's too cold. Heck yeah.
But it's not too cold.
All the
It's
time.
just like 60, 58 maybe. But still, I know I would die. I would die. But this huge storm, this blizzard has caused the poles. There's like ices, like chunks of ice, or like what does he call them? Oh no, I'm skipping ahead. Because of the cold. So they're going out into the thing because the pole broke.
Right.
And no, am I at the right spot?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, okay.
The rocks fall, and then it severs
Okay.
the rope between Happy and Toby, and then Happy gets lost.
Yes.
Yes. And I like that she immediately calls for Doc.
Yeah.
The first person she calls for. I mean, obviously she was connected to Toby, but even so, she's not like, you know,
Cabe, Walter,
exactly. Yeah. She
I
just
found it
asks for the
interesting
doctor.
that she said Doc.
She said Doc. Yeah.
First.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so cute.
It was very cute.
love
But
it.
that she didn't say Toby.
Right. Yeah.
Like, why Doc? Because she doesn't call him Doc very often.
Sometimes, yeah. Doc. Yeah.
Yeah. But not as often as Toby.
Doc, and he calls her something. I can't think of it. Like kid, or I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cute.
It was very cute. And that was a good way to separate them.
Right.
Because I was like, how are they going to get separated?
And I love that moment when he's like pulling the rope. He's like, "No, this is not right. There's way too much slack on this."
Yeah. And so they get completely separated. The video signal, see, this is what I was like, oh no, wait, I'm going too far ahead. For some reason I wrote the video signal is back. So there was no video signal between him. Did we skip him talking to
Ralph and the Special Forces?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was right before that. But yeah.
Oh, right, because the signal was lost when Cooper was already there. That's what's confusing me. He hadn't met him yet. This is the first time they're talking to him because he meets Paige and Paige just tells him who she is and he's like, I cannot confirm or deny.
Right.
So this is the first time. For some reason I was like, this threw me off.
I mean, no, they were already talking. This is when Ralph starts telling them, he starts giving them, like, suggestions, like, hey, take your watch, throw it out.
Right, but this is still the first time that he
is
talks
talking to them?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
yeah. Because the video signal was already lost. That's why I threw everything off. I messed up on this one. But yeah, I love this part because this is when Paige says Captain Decker, whatever, and then he's like, I cannot confirm nor deny who I am, who are you. She tells them, and then he's like, you have a kid with you too? And then he's like, great.
These are the people that are saving me.
These are the people that are saving me. And then Ralph gives the suggestion about the watch, about breaking the watch and throwing them so that they causes like a reflection, like a glare.
Right.
And they think there's more of them than they really are.
Exactly.
And then the captain's like, oh, that's a great idea, because then they'll save ammo. They'll think there's more of us. It'll slow kind of the process down of what's going on. And I was like, yeah, I even wrote down, way to go, Ralph.
Yes.
And Paige is like, you never cease to amaze me.
Yeah.
So cute, gives him a little kiss. And then wipes it. I thought that was so funny. I was like, he probably would wipe it if she didn't.
Yeah.
You know? So I was like, that's so cute. They return to the hut because they need, well, let's talk about the big thing where they return to the hut to get the heating pad so that they can freeze the water over the base of the pool. That's why they're going back to the hut.
Yes.
But they don't have a lot of time because the satellite might be out of range by the time that they get back. So this is when the ice breaks. This is when, because they do start like moving back, and then So this is when the ice breaks. Happy's rope is broken. It's awful, and then Toby and Walter and basically Cabe too, kind of get in a yelling match. Maybe it's cold and they can't hear each other, so that's why they're yelling.
I mean, it seems like they couldn't hear each other, even if they were yelling.
Even if they were yelling.
Yeah.
But, like, Happy is yelling hard for Toby or Walter or Cabe. And then Toby is like, I'm going to go. I'm going to go look for her. Like, there's no way I'm not going to go look for her. Obviously. And he says something like, she's your friend. She's the love of my life.
Right, yeah.
So cute.
Yeah.
So cute.
So sweet. And I mean, he has at that point, he still has his comm.
He does still have his comm.
Yeah, it totally makes sense for him to go look for her.
Really?
Why would the three of them all go walk back when she's out there lost on her own?
It's true. But then it's like, remember when the pilot was like, if you go too far out, like, you will be lost forever. You will never find your way back.
Oh, yeah.
That's
but
terrifying.
I mean, they also said that the storm was going to be ending in, however time. I mean, they need to fix this stuff to help
But they would freeze to
help
by
the
then.
special forces, but... Yeah. But still, I mean, you can't just leave her.
No, you can't. You can't. I don't think there was a right or wrong. I think it was very like, ugh, I don't know. I don't know what you should do. But he goes and it's cute. He even says to Walter, if that was Paige, what would you do?
Right.
So cute.
Duh, yeah.
And then he's like, be careful. That was his only response to that. Be careful. We back at the garage. Sylvester, basically says all the terrible facts that Happy is probably going to be dead in 41 minutes based on her height, weight, what she has on, everything. And Paige calls Cooper and is like, what do you mean there's no rescue party? Like, you put them out there. You need to get somebody else out there.
Right.
And she, at that point, you don't know what she's going to do. I was like, is she going to help? Is she not going to help? She is a badass though, so she ends up helping in the long run. Ralph tries to help Captain Decker because they get the video back on, like he comes back on, and Sylvester makes a comment like, that looks like stress, like I can already tell.
Right.
And then he's like, it says you're 28, which he looked way older than 28.
That made me feel really bad.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm close to 28. And I was like, oh, is that what I look like?
Is that what I look like?
Do I look like? Yeah.
That's funny. I'm going to say that it was the green lights, like the whole suit. It was just, we couldn't really, I looked him up because he is actually played by Taylor Handley. He looks nothing like what I thought he looked like. So I think it was just the way that the camera...
Okay, cool.
That it was shot, yeah, so don't feel too bad. But he tells him, like, my mom usually feels better. My mom usually feels better when she listens to, like, a song from, like, her teenage years.
Right, yeah.
And he's like, it shows 2005 that you would be 18, so I'm going to play you a song, and when the song's over, you'll be 3 minutes, the next amount of time closer to Scorpion saving you. Yeah. Like, he was doing it to try and get his mind off of it.
I loved it. And of course, like, any song, like, from your high school or childhood just immediately takes you back. And that feeling is just, like, makes you warm inside. Any good, like, 90s song or Spice Girls hit, I'm just like, yes.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
So I totally know that feeling.
Britney.
That was so sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Sweet. And he puts off Fallout Boy, We're Going Down. Love that song. And we were talking about this right before we started taping, that the way it was shot, like, as the background music while, like, Happy is lost and calling, and the way it ends and then cuts to commercial. So
right when Happy drops into the little, like, the crag or whatever she falls into. Yeah. It's awesome.
The hole in the ice. Like, I didn't even know what to call that.
Yeah.
So
good
well
job,
done.
editors.
Good job. It was so good. Happy falls underground in a crack. I don't even know what that is. But she falls in underground ice area. Whatever.
She's in like a crevice. Yeah.
She's like a crevice. Right. Yeah. And she's trying to help herself, so she takes everything out of her bag. She's got a rope. She's got that book that she's reading by Toby's nemesis.
Yeah.
And she uses the rope to, like, hook onto a piece of the ice, which I instantly was like, that's going to rip. That's going to break through. Like, no matter what, it's not going to work. So she does hook it on, and she starts to pull. The ice breaks. She falls down. She gets mad, throws the book out of the hole, which is very important. Smart. Very smart. Yeah. I don't think do you think she did it?
I don't know. That's what I was thinking. I was like, that's smart. When it happened later, when Toby finds it, I was like, oh, that's smart. But then I was like, how much was that intentional?
How much, right. Did she just do it? Because I thought it was just anger. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, in that moment. Right. And then Walter and Cabe go back to the hut for materials, and then they're going to go back and try and fix the pole. Because remember, they split up. Toby's still looking for her. He's still talking to them, though, like you mentioned. He still is calm, and he's like, it's been 2,500 steps. Like, you know, what do we do? Like, but no, he keeps going. Ralph records. Okay, I saw the episode twice, and the 2 times that Captain Decker says goodbye to his family, I got teary-eyed. I was like, stop it. And he's like, you know, when he says, like, you help your mom when that baby's born. I was like, that's tough.
Yeah. That was sweet. But that didn't get me as much as the moments that Toby and Happy had.
Those were good.
Those got me.
Yeah.
Those immediately choked me up.
Yeah. As Toby's going to look for her, this is where, like, I know I actually got choked up here too when he's, like, talking to God or whatever, and he's like, if you need a soul that badly, like, take mine, leave her alone.
So cute.
Very adorable.
Good writing.
Very, very good. And at this time, Happy is slowly starting to freeze. Like, there's nothing she could do. She's slowly dying, which is why Paige calls Cooper. And this is where Cooper's a badass, because she's not getting the help she needs, and then she's telling Paige that she gets the call from Chairman Doug, we'll call him. Doug. And she just kind of does a little bit of a blackmail, which you thought was kind of like,
Yeah, I mean, I wish it was something just more like, like he cheated on his wife, he's embezzling money, he's whatever. I don't know, something good.
But it was something cute.
But that's cool, you know? I mean, cats run away.
Yeah, cats run away! So we realize she once again is a badass. Toby finally finds Happy because of the book, because he was walking, steps on it, realizes there's like a crack, and he goes in. He tells her he realizes that she's still alive. She has a pulse. It's very slow, but she's alive. Tells her we have to stay warm, stay active, keep our brain going as I'm talking to you, my jaw, blah, blah, blah. They get together in a sleeping bag, and he's like, I'm really sorry, but we're gonna have to get naked.
Yeah.
This is not the way I anticipated.
But I love it. He's like, please tell me you're ignoring me like you usually do when he first gets down there. It's so cute. And he's like, I know I call you cold and unfeeling, but this is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
So cute. But yeah, right when he gets to that part when they're laying together and he says, we're not gonna make it, but I'm with you. I never thought I'd be so lucky to go out like this. That got me.
Yeah.
I thought that was so cute.
Yeah, and too bad she didn't hear it. Yeah, too bad it wasn't like she's pretending like, right.
And then she heard it later or something. But still, I mean, even so, she warms up to him later. But yeah, she does. That moment was just killer. So good.
Yeah. So at this point, like, they're both just wrapped up, slowly freezing. Cabe and Walter have successfully kind of fix the pole.
Yes, they fix the pole, get the satellite working.
Yeah, but they still need to find the other two, which they have no idea where they are, because the comms are both frozen and cracked and broken. And Ralph helps here again, tells them that snakes usually hear with their belly. And then Sylvester's like, oh yeah, that he gives like a statistic that ice conducts sounds faster than water and air. Like, so it's like, all right, so they use a sonography machine that is usually to test ice samples, but he's like reversing the generators and hoping to get some sound, but they have to go back out into the blizzard, and they make an agreement that they're going to stay together. They're not going to separate. So they drag this machine on like, what was it, like a table, a chair? I don't know. They drag this machine uphill, and he gets a heartbeat. Like he's like, I got something, but it's just one heartbeat.
Yes.
And then it cuts to commercial.
Yes.
Dun dun dun. And you're like, no, they're alive. They're naked. Body heat. Which I've always heard that.
Yeah.
You've always known
They
that.
use that on TV
They
all
use
the time.
all the time. So he's like, we need to get deeper into the ice. That's what guns are for. They basically
Yeah,
shoots.
that's what guns are for.
It should be why guns are used. That would probably be one of the only reasons. And Kate makes a hole with his gun. Walter says he can hear more stuff. Like he's like, it has to be them. So they like get closer because it tells them. Who tells them how close they are? Sylvester tells them, right? He's like, they're X amount away. And so they get there, and they find them, but they look like they're dead, sleeping, whatever. And then they finally get Toby's like attention.
Right, and Toby checks her pulse. He's
puts
like,
his
yes, we're
little
good.
thumb up.
Yeah,
so cute. Very slow because he is frozen.
Right.
He's
and then
basic.
they crack open the boiling water thing and get them to inhale all the hot water. I thought that was like smart.
Very
that
smart.
was really smart.
The
yeah.
MRE heating pouches.
Yes.
That were like 200 degrees. I think they mentioned earlier in the episode that they're used to like heat food and stuff.
Right.
Right. So he's like,
boiling.
no, we're gonna warm them up from the inside out. And I was like, that's super smart.
Yes.
Would it go? You think it'd go that fast? I wonder if it would actually go that fast.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, because they were alive. Yeah, they were very
I mean,
much.
they're so cold, so such
it'd
a
be
huge difference.
Such a huge, yeah. And then slowly Happy gains consciousness, and then she's like, "Are we naked?"
Yeah, he says, "Yeah, I saw an opportunity and I took it."
I took it. So cute. And then she doesn't have a.
So
I wish
funny.
she would have. It looked like she kind of smiled, like very, very little smile. But I wish she would have done like more of a slight smile.
Yeah.
It would have been.
She's dying, so we'll
she's
give it to her.
We'll give it to her. Yeah. So they don't know how to get them out. They're like, great, they're alive. How do we get them out? Paige comes to the
Yes.
rescue
With the knots.
with the knots, and she's like, hoist them up. Do like a figure eight. I'll help you through it. And it's funny because Sylvester and Ralph both look at her like,
Yeah.
what?
Where'd you come from?
Where did you come from? And she's like, well, Walter didn't want to study it, so I, been reading up on it. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. With a lot of strength, they get them out. I was like, would that really?
Yeah.
And that would be painful on them
Right.
under their, if they're under their like armpits, that would be so painful.
Yeah. The will to save your friends.
I guess.
Happy's little. So.
Yeah. And then the chopper is there. The
Yes.
chopper. It's there.
So they get saved.
They do get saved.
Yay.
And Paige is like talking to Ralph and is like, your friends are saved. Like, and he's like, not everybody is saved.
Right.
Because we are kind of alluded to the fact that
maybe they weren't
that they didn't
in
survive
time,
because the drones may have not arrived before sundown.
Right.
And then the video comes up.
Screen, yeah.
And he's there.
And he thanks him, and then he's like, "Oh, we haven't thought of a name for our new baby yet. Can we name him after you?" And that was sweet.
Yeah.
Though Ralph doesn't give an answer, so
Right?
I'm just like, "Oh, he's probably like, nah."
Like, I really would
We're gonna
rather.
cut this. We're not gonna show it because he was just like, "It's uncomfortable." Plus, Ralph's like a
Right.
okay name.
And then the way every episode ends, back at the garage.
Yes.
We end up at the garage. Toby tells Happy that she needs to stay warm, offers her to go in a sleeping bag again, and then he's like, okay, I'll get you a sweater. Like, he walks away. Cade finally gets coffee, probably feeling a lot better. And then he makes a comment about the fact that there was only one heartbeat.
Yes.
And he says, maybe your hearts were beating perfectly together.
Tells him he's in love,
yeah.
pretty much.
And says, that's love, kiddo.
Yep.
So cute. So cute. Walter shuts down social media. He doesn't want to follow that Armenian family anymore. And says he'd like to make new friends. And then I was like, where's Ray?
Yeah.
Bring Ray. No. Happy calls her dad back, or we're told that she calls her dad, and he shows up. And it's because when she was dying or freezing to death, she was like singing a song, very, very, like a few words.
Yeah.
You know? And she asks her dad, where did this song come from? And he puts on a video.
Yes.
A very sweet video.
VHS. Old
VHS.
school. But yeah, it was so sweet. We see Happy's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's
And-
so happy. And Happy realizes, like, dude, I'm nothing like I've never been anything like that.
Like you
know?
guys, yeah.
Right, yeah. And so she makes a goal for herself that she wants to be more like them. I thought that was so sweet.
Very cute. I want to be
Yeah.
more like you and Mom. Yeah. 'Cause she's like, you guys are so carefree. And
Right.
she's like, I've never.
And she's never known that she came from a place like that. So for her her just be aware that she comes from happiness and comes from a good place. It's like, oh, okay, and maybe she can open herself up to that. So
yeah, he says like you have to find your happy.
Right. Yeah.
So cute. So cute. And Paige yells at them and says, "Come up. I have a surprise." And they all go to the roof, and it's a camp out.
Yeah.
On the roof. S'mores, no ball fights, and it's super cute. Yeah. And Happy is like, "Hey, you want to be bunkmates?" And then Cowboy calls him Cowboy. So cute.
She's like, "No hanky panky," but
and then she's like, "You could spoon me, keep me a little warm or whatever."
Gosh.
So cute. And he's like, "Done
and done."
So cute. That was the episode.
Yeah,
it was so good.
Cute. I loved it. I loved this episode.
I didn't love it as much as her, but I did like it very much.
Melted.
Do you have? Let's go into predictions.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if I have anything.
Yeah.
And now,
We're still in
AFTERBUZZ TV.
predictions. We're still in season 2, which I keep forgetting because of the break. It seems like we're in a new season.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm gonna predict we will get Drew. You think we'll never see Drew again?
I don't know. I mean, no, I think we'll get him. I think now, and it kind of like maybe is building up that we haven't seen him. So now I think maybe when he comes back, it'll be like a dun dun
Dun
Drew.
dun. Dun, dun, Drew. Do you guys think we're gonna get Drew back?
Yeah.
I don't know because they. Thank you, Alexis. Credit to our engineer, Alexis. She's the best. I don't know because the times that they could have brought him in, we just got like his voice.
Right. Yeah, we bring him up every episode.
Right?
We really like him apparently. We bring him up every time.
He's kind of cute, but I don't care for him.
Right. Yeah.
I don't care for him. He's just kind of cute. I don't know.
And now that we already got some of Quintus, I think we're probably going to see some more Wage or Walter Page happening.
Okay, so
in
you think
this
it's going to
season.
take
I think we're going to get some more of them.
a little slow down on Quintus?
Not a slowdown, but I think now they're going to start building up the story for Walter and Paige and how they're going to get together. Now that we already got Happy and Toby together, kind of, you know?
Really? We don't have them together yet. Barely.
I mean, not together, but, you know, they're
Yeah.
trying to explore and they're open to it. Where, like, when we first started the season, it was like, nah, you know? And,
nah.
and freaking Ari was like, yeah, that's not happening anymore. So I was like, really?
Yeah.
So,
We need a conflict.
Yeah.
What is the conflict that's going to happen?
I don't know. I think it may be around Ralph again. No, maybe they already did that last time. She was
'Cause,
like,
like,
trying to take Ralph away. She's
right
like,
now-
can't be around you guys.
Right now, I'm breaking stuff. Right now, all the controversial topics or all the problems seem to be fixing themselves.
Yeah, I guess so.
So we need a conflict. Maybe somebody's going to get like sick or something.
Maybe the team's gonna break up or
The
something.
team's going to break up. That's sad. We're season 2. What are you?
I'm just trying to make drama.
Just
I
trying
don't
to
know.
make
Just trying to make good TV.
Well, I don't think I have anything else.
Yeah.
Anything else you got?
No, we're good.
Well,
Good stuff.
guys, thank you so, ladies,
Thank
gents, dogs, cats, birds, whoever is tuning in. Everybody in the club. We greatly appreciate you guys tuning in, tweeting us, commenting, watching, listening, everything. We love you guys. We do it because we have so much fun, not just between us, but with you guys. So thank you. Susannah, where can they follow you?
Follow me on Twitter at Susannah_Kim, on Instagram at Susannah Kim, YouTube somewhere.
You're on
Snapchat.
Gallivant.
Yes, I'm doing Gallivant for AfterBuzz, which I love this season. It's so good. So yeah.
So tweet her about that. You guys can tweet me about Scorpion, Gotham. I cover Gotham here at AfterBuzz TV or anything else. You can find me on Twitter at Monse Bolanos and on Instagram MonseBolanos. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We will see you next week.
Yes. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Felicia.
Executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff. We would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.